Thank you for tuning in to the Shack. I'm Rick. This is a little additional video from the DeWalt miter saw review, because when I purchased the miter saw, I got the miter saw stand added in for free. I paid full price for the saw stand thrown in, and this was back in October. I didn't open this up literally till the middle of December, and when I did, everything was fine on the miter saw, but my material extension lock handle here was broke. So I had to call DeWalt. They really didn't know anything. They gave me a number to the service and warranty, called them, and told the lady that the handle was broke. So she says like $8.12 or something, and I go, why am I paying for something that's broke? So when did you buy it? And I told her like October, I think it was like 20 or 21st, right before I flew back. I go, and I told her what happened. I went back to this. I just now opened the box. So as they went ahead and sent it, I got it. I don't expect things unless they are damaged. If I break it, I am willing to pay to replace it. I'm not trying to screw anybody. It's not the way I operate. So we're going to install this real quick, and then back to the original review. Right there. I'll put it on this way, so if I take it to the other opposite end of it, it's down here. And if you fold the legs and set it down, you're going to hit that. I'd rather tuck it in underneath here, out of the way of everything. So I want mine up there, and I'm actually going to turn the other one around to fit up here because it's facing the opposite way. I want it up there, out of the way, so it's not going to be hanging down below and get accidentally broken off. There. So I want you to understand what I was talking about as far as the position of this. This came in the box with the handle mounted this way. So you unlock it, you slide it, and then when you lock it, it's pointing down. But when the legs are folded, it hits right here. You fold these up for transportation, you lock it so it doesn't slide when you're carrying it. This sticks up. It sticks down here. It's going to hit. That's why I think turning it around, that lock is a better position. There's nothing this way, nothing that way. It's hidden in there. All you do is push it out, unrelease it, so you can slide your support, lock it back up. It's tucked in here. It won't get hit or broken. That makes more sense to me. That's why I repositioned both ends. I like it this way versus the way it came factory. That's just my thing. If you want to move it, if it makes more sense to you, then go right ahead and do it. Now see, that's tucked in there. It's not going to hit in this way. It's not going to hit this way. Open it up. Slide it. Tuck it in. That's tucked in. That makes more sense to me. That's it. Just wanted to show you why I did that. There was a reason, and there's always a reason why I do certain things. That makes sense to me. There we go. Well, that package is pretty good. There we go. Just be careful when you're doing this because it's got these big staples in it. You don't want to hurt yourself. Don't want to cut your hand or nothing. Put that aside. Alright, let's see what we got here. That's a lot of cardboard. Well, my cardboard collector guy's gonna like this. Let's see here. This is not light, I tell you that right now, which is good because you want something sturdy. So, best part of anything, the instructions. Some bolts. Get a little thing here. Open this up. I think I'm going to move inside, put this together in there. It's just getting a little too windy out here. I don't know if you can hear because it's windy out. Alright, there's that. This is what holds the miter saw to the miter stand. Ah, yeah. Material holders. Hold on to your material when you extend this out. Well, I brought it in here to get out of the wind, and something fell, and I noticed this handle is broke. I have to get a hold of DeWalt and see about getting a replacement piece. I've never had an issue with anything broke yet, and this is the first thing. Not a major thing, but still. So we'll go ahead and get this together, and if you check down in the notes, I'll let you know what happened, unless I get it before I get this edited and put on YouTube. Recap everything that's included. Of course, your instructions, owner manual, go through, familiarize, make sure everything. These are all nuts and bolts to clamp all the stuff on. This goes on to your miter saw, and then it clamps on to the miter stand. Makes it real nice not having to worry about multiple saw horses, set them up, get it all in there. And that's the reason why I got this, because I didn't want to have to worry about carrying around extra saw horses, setting things up, especially with the material extensions on it to hold the material. That's an added bonus. Don't have to worry about getting another saw horse, somehow putting a couple pieces of material down to get it the right height. This is why I got this. Now that we have it out of the box, gone through the checklist, made sure we'd have everything, not short anything. Let's set this up real quick. Kind of go through a few of the things, just show you basically what it's all about. Throw the miter saw on there and show you exactly how easy this really is. Now, in order to lift the legs up, you have a leg lock lever. You squeeze that releases the pin on the outside here. Slide it up. It locks into place. Same thing, when you want to close it, you squeeze the lock lever, pull the leg down, locks into place, you're ready to transport. Grab it by your handle, lift it up, grab it on the other side, and just spin it around, set it down. That's sturdy. Now these are the miter saw mounting brackets. These are the DWX723. You can mount these to any brand miter saw. The only thing that they do suggest is that the base of your miter saw, if the hole to mount it to a table or something isn't 3/8 inch hole, they suggest you take a 3/8 inch drill it out, and that way you can use the existing nuts and bolts included in this kit. I've even heard people putting a piece of plywood on here, mounting this to the plywood, and mounting plywood to this. It's your preference. These make this very simple to take on and take off. They have little bumpers on the bottom here, so if you want to just set it on a table or something, you still can use it in that sense, or you lock it on to the miter saw stand. Now when you want to grab your miter saw and take it to the miter saw stand, you don't have to worry about grabbing the lock levers here. Just grab on the back, lift it up my miter saw. I'm going to come over. It's going to be tilted towards me a little bit. I'm just going to let it hook right there. Hook it, lean back, and let it snap in. When you want to release this from the miter saw base, you can't just pull this lever up. You have to disengage the lock by grabbing here. I'll do it from underneath. Push here. That releases it. See right up here, little latch. releases. Then you pull that up and that disengages it so you can remove it from the miter saw stand. Pull that little latch in first, then disengage it. Lift, that's simple. This is your locator clip. Basically, when you guide your miter saw mounting bracket, you bring it up to the stand, you hit here and you guide it in there, it rests in there, you lock it down, and this prevents your miter saw from drifting on the top back and forth. I don't really see it moving that much anyway. It's heavy enough. It's not like it's a greased surface, so I don't know if I'm really going to use this unless there is a position you need to continually mount your miter saw. I can see that coming in handy. I'll show you how it mounts in there. Disengage. When you walk up, I won't be able to get in and I won't go in, so I slide it, press in, just like that. Mounted every time. Now it also comes with material support stop. Material support, turn this up, now it becomes a material stop. There's a little slot right here. Slide your material support stop in there. You may have to unloosen it. Let that slide all the way in there. Now, just tighten that up and you're good to go. On both sides, undo these locking nuts. Now you can adjust the height to match the miter saw. Push that down, support, lift that up, it's a stop. Unlock it, extends out. Like I said, this is 1.5 inch square tubing. Extends out, I think 41 or 42 inches. If you have your miter saw at the opposite end, all the way to the other end, you got almost 100-inch span there to set it on. If you are going to use heavier material, 4x8s or something, when you get this fully extended out so it doesn't have so much weight pressing down, you can buy an additional extension support. Goes underneath here, holds that up. Little added security. That's a quick little overview, just a few little things on this miter saw stand, and it is a viable, functional piece of tooling to go with your miter saw. And again, you do not have to have a DeWalt miter saw. You can mount it with these mounting brackets to any other brand miter and still use this. That's what's good about it. This is a universal. But this is a very good quality built, heavy duty miter saw stand. 2016 is going to be very busy project time. Some workbench and cabinetry for the shop, plus projects for grandkids and a couple things in the house. So as always, be blessed, get out to take back your shack. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe so you can keep up to date. It's going to be a busy year next year. Thanks again. See you next video.